Look out, we got Maxace back in the house. I was lucky to get this one. I know there have been a few other people, such as Peter out at Therapeutic Edge, who says he probably got the last one from White Mountain. I may have gotten one more before then. But here we have the Maxace Midnight Cat Studios Babylon. A button lock from Maxace. Check it out. Any way you want to open it. Finger flick. Let's back out a little bit. A little more room. Thumb stud. Roll it open on the slot. Beautiful titanium clip. And M390 blade. There it is. Made in 2021. Fresh off the presses. Not too heavily branded. Love it. Beautiful light blue anodized backspacer. You're going to recognize these colors from my review of the Kubi Atlas not that long ago. We've got a ceramic ball embedded in the clip. Well, it's a titanium knife. Not too often are they switchable to the left side. Sorry, lefties. I'm a lefty too, but I use the right hand almost equally as well. Here's something neat about what you get. Well, you get a heavily padded Maxace case with a little label telling you what it is. You do get a card with the knife name and in metric measurements. Here are the measurements. We're going to go ahead and measure it up in imperial units. But look at that. Full set of hardware, including the thumb studs, including the pivot pins, and all the screws, even a spring in there somewhere. There it is. Even a spring for the push button. So when I see that, I know they're serious. And you even get a plastic bag, and there's a microfiber cloth hiding in there, but I'm not going to take it out of the plastic. I got so many microfiber cloths. I could have a microfiber cloth store. Just a beautifully designed knife, which happens to be a button lock. Only thing you got to learn with this is letting go with a button. You can flick it open like a gravity knife. Don't tell anybody. You can use thumb studs on either side. I find it a little easier to use the opening hole. Again, my on-camera acrobatics aren't as good as holding it in a better position. But just great work on this. Maxace really has knocked it out of the park. Let's talk about the Ergos. Got a great swoosh there for your thumb. Swoop, I think Bob DeMarco likes to call it. Swale. How about a swale? Yeah, give me that swale. Single finger choil. Great placement for the rest of the fingers. It's a relatively thin handle. We're going to measure it all up in a moment. I would call it kind of a Warncliffe with a belly. Some will call it a reverse Tonto. I don't think it qualifies for either of those. It is its own unique shape. And why not just measure it up in something other than millimeters, except for the blade stock, which I like to do in millimeters. 8 3/4 inches overall length. And very close to 3 3/4. We're going to call it 3 3/4 blade length with a cutting edge of exactly 3 3/4. Handle thickness in inches, 1/2 inch exactly. And I think we're going to hit 4 millimeters here. We're supposed to hit 4 millimeters. Let's see, let's grab it right in there. If they call it 4 millimeters, I'm going to call it 4 millimeters. What the hey? How about getting the old scale out? Get the dust off the board there. Okay. Zero it out. It ain't going to be light. We've got 5.50 ounces. We're going to call that 5.5 ounces. Well, not a super heavy weight like some of its brethren, like the Sandstorm K or the Goliath 2, which unfortunately I don't happen to have handy. Question is, any weight relieving inside the handle? Yes, there is. Weight relieving. Some pretty good sized square pockets on both sides. Very nice. Backspacer, almost a full backspacer. There's your actuating button. And you can see in kind of slow motion here, if we do it that way, the mechanism at work. Wraps up around that pin, pushes it aside, and then it locks. And it's dead solid, as you would expect for a, what he's going for, about 260 or so. Ain't cheap. White Mountain knives, you can get 10% off, which becomes significant up in this echelon, with the discount code Old Sword. That's me. Let's do a comparison with a few things we have on hand here. How about the Benchmade Freak? It is a longer knife than the Freak by about a 1/2 inch or so. If we go pivot to pivot, it becomes a little bit less. It's a full-size knife. I mean, it's coming up on 9 inches. What are we doing here with the Rat 1? How about pretty much a dead ringer on size with the Rat 1? And do we have a Griptilian handy? I think we do. Slam a few things around first. So if you know the Griptilian, we're talking about the Maxace being a larger blade, taller for sure, and heavier. Another quick tour. Got the giant blue thumb studs. If you look at my Sandstorm K review, you'll see equally large, kind of gear looking like thumb studs that Maxace likes to use every now and then. Really nice gear-like pivot pin on both sides. One side with a T8, one side not. really nice detail machining in the thumb hole. And a very nice swedge with still ample point thickness on a beautiful knife. Oh yeah, and did I mention it's a button lock? Really is easy to open. I mean, you just kind of point it down like that. It comes out like a slow auto. Bounces a little. So basically what you do is just release right away. I'm standing on that button a little too long. But very, very easy. But yet, it still has pretty good detent. Comes out easy with the thumb stud. You can fail it, sure, by just nudging it, but most thumb stud knives you can, unless they're assisted. So let me know what you think. Give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. All the usual stuff. Coming up on 2,000 subscribers is going to be a beautiful giveaway. I'll be announcing that in the weeks to come. So if you subscribe, you can win. Catch you soon. This Old Sword, signing out.